Most people think wealth is just math, income, expenses, discipline, strategy. But none of that matters if your mind has already been programmed to lose. Psychologists call them money scripts, unconscious beliefs about worth, value, and what you're allowed to have. Most of them installed before you were 10 years old. But that's not what we call them here. We call them spells, because a spell is a pattern, a thought repeated, a symbol reinforced, a ritual performed so often it becomes reality. Scarcity is a spell, and if it was installed like code, it can be rewritten. Today I'll show you how. Not through fantasy, but through ritual. What ancient traditions called magic, modern science now recognizes as the power to rewire the brain and reclaim control of our mental operating system. Simple, repeatable actions, backed by neuroscience, psychology, and infused with symbolic logic from the occult tradition. Each one is a key. Each one breaks the loop of lack and installs a new relationship with value. Let's begin. Ritual 1. The sigil receipt. Let's start with guilt. Not the kind you feel when you've done something wrong. The kind that shows up after you spend money on yourself. That quiet voice that says, "You shouldn't have. That was selfish. That was too much." That voice didn't come from you. It came from a belief system built to keep you small. So here's how we break it. Find a receipt. Something you bought that made you feel guilt or fear. Then write across it. This act was sacred. I assign value. Now compress that phrase into a sigil. Strip the vowels. Remove the repeats. Rearrange the fragments into a shape that's yours. It doesn't have to look perfect. It just has to mean something. Then burn the receipt. Or bury it. Or tear it with focused breath. But as you do, speak aloud. This belief ends here. Say it like you mean it. Because this isn't just symbolic, it's neural. When you recall an emotional memory, like guilt, and pair it with a new emotional meaning, you activate memory reconsolidation. That's the process your brain uses to edit past emotional conditioning. Creating a sigil, that taps into symbolic cognition, letting your brain link visual shapes to identity and value. And the act of burning, that provides symbolic closure, a physical signal that your nervous system treats as real. In chaos magic, this is ritual transmutation. You've taken guilt, charged it, and alchemically rewritten its meaning. Not affirming, reprogramming. Ritual 2. The mirror of value. Your mirror is not neutral. Every time you look into it, you're either reinforcing your worth or shrinking it. This ritual changes what the mirror reflects. Write this phrase on your mirror, or tape it there. I am the axis of value. Each morning, stand tall. Lock eyes with your reflection, and say it aloud 3 times. I am the axis of value. Not as a wish, as a declaration. Do this for 7 days. You're not waiting to feel it. You're training your nervous system to expect it. This is more than confidence. It's self-signaling. A psychological loop where your actions teach your brain what kind of person you are. Mirror work engages mirror neurons, making it feel like you're both performer and audience. And adding posture and breath, that activates embodied cognition, which directly changes your emotional baseline and self-perception. You're not hoping. You're in training. In ritual work, the mirror is a gateway. When you speak through it, you amplify the spell. You're not just seeing your face, you're summoning your future self. Ritual 3, the coin of command. Let's turn money into a symbol you control. Find a coin. Any coin that feels different, unusual, foreign, symbolic. Hold it in your palm and speak aloud. I direct value. I carry wealth in all forms. From now on, this is your command token. Carry it with you. Touch it when you feel small, when you doubt, when you make financial decisions. Once a week, recharge it. Hold it, breathe, speak the phrase again. Not because it's magic, because it's yours. This is called object-based identity reinforcement. By assigning belief to a physical item, you're building a self-symbol, a neural shortcut to a chosen identity. Touching the coin activates tactile memory, and over time, your posture, voice, and energy shift to match what the coin represents. Psychologists call this status priming. Subtle objects can unconsciously raise your sense of authority and confidence. You're not wishing, you're programming through repetition and embodiment. In Magick, this would be a talisman. Not lucky, charged. A vessel for your will. You don't chase value, you carry it. Ritual 4. Scarcity banishing. There's a belief still running in the background. It sounds like, I'll never have enough. I'm not the type of person who gets rich. Wealth isn't for people like me. Let's make it visible and then cut it loose. Write the belief down on paper. Fold it. Wrap it in black thread to bind it. Now, burn it, or bury it, or release it into water. But as you do speak, this belief no longer commands me. Not softly, clearly, because now you're the one casting the command. This act taps into memory reconsolidation, revisiting a belief and encoding it under a new context. Destroying the paper provides symbolic resolution, which has been shown to help release emotional attachment. Adding the thread, the fire, and the spoken word creates what researchers call ritualized control, a structure that gives your nervous system a sense of closure and agency. This isn't drama. This is psychology. In Magick, this is a banishment ritual. The thread binds, the flame purifies, and your voice seals it. It's not just release, it's declaration. Ritual 5. The wealth loop. The last ritual isn't a moment. It's a loop. A simple structure to anchor wealth in your nervous system, one act at a time. Here's what you do. for the next 7 days. 1. Light a candle, or chime a bell, or breathe with intention. 2. Speak aloud. I structure value. I create flow. 3. Perform one act of value. Track your income. Refuse a distraction. Build something. Invest 15 minutes in a long-term goal. 4. Then close the loop. Repeat daily. This is built on implementation intentions. When X, then Y, which automate behavior through neural pairing. It also taps into future self-continuity. That's the cognitive link between the present you and the future version you're building. Each day builds neuroplasticity, strengthening the circuits of discipline, focus, and agency. And those small actions, they don't just add up. They compound. You're not building a habit. You're rewriting your identity. This is your ritual system. A cycle of value. A loop of intention. A spell that grows stronger every time you perform it. You're not manifesting. You're designing. Closing the spell. Scarcity isn't just an emotion. It's a system. Installed by culture. Reinforced by repetition. Encoded in the symbols around you. But now, you've been given 5 rituals to rewire it. Not to attract wealth, but to become the kind of person who acts from abundance, who speaks value, who carries command. Because wealth doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your rituals. Identity is the spell. Repetition is the magic. And you are the altar. Your turn. Choose one ritual. Do it today. Then comment below with the one you chose. And why. Let this be your public declaration of power. And when you're ready to take the next step, we are going to show you how to rebuild your entire environment into a temple for wealth. Until next time, protect your symbols, sharpen your intention, and remember, you are the spell.